Hello, and welcome to the 22nd Annual KMSU Auction Pre-Show, where we highlight some of the local businesses who have been able to support us and help us out through this whole process. We are very grateful for them, and right now we're going to take a look at some of what they've been able to help us with and maybe some of the items that will be available tonight. So we're going to kick it off to Troy, and Troy, what do you have for us?
Hey, welcome over here. Alongside me is a great man who works at the university. He does a great job shooting pictures, whether it's for the Connections magazine, making videos for the school. Rick Hubbard's alongside me. Rick, how are you doing today?
Hey, doing all right. Yeah, happy to be here. I used to do the show myself as a student at Minot State, so it's fun to be back and helping with the auction today.
You excited to be back then? Obviously doing this before. It's a great experience for us to do and have a fun time, right? Great time to come back.
Yeah, for sure. Like, it's fun to see all the action, see everybody running around, getting the packages together, and just remembering the late nights of working out over here. But it was always fun and always went quick. And so, yeah, excited to see what you guys come up with this year.
What's it like being on the other side of the auction for you? It's like being a spectator coming in talking to us.
Well, definitely, this part's a little more stressful, but generally, like, actually tuning in and watching it's just a fun time. Get to see the talent, get to see what you guys come up with, and see crazy antics and stuff. So, yeah.
Awesome. Well, so marketing, you guys donated us the big stuffed beaver, which we'll see in the fifth package tonight. Do you have a big stuffed beaver?
Actually, kind of, yeah. My daughter won one. We always have a back to school luncheon where the employees get together and they give away door prizes, and so she was able to win one of those. But me myself, no, I've never won one, even though we've been giving away those beavers for probably about 10 years now. Yeah. So,
but you do have one in the house, right? So
we do have one in the house. So yeah, we've got that check mark. Or that checkbox marked already, so yeah.
Awesome. And you were talking about the school also gave a tuition, $500 tuition certificate. Mm-hmm. What was that like when you guys came to that conclusion, we're going to donate this to help a student out?
Okay. So yeah, the beaver's always a popular prize. Mm-hmm. We give those away for several different things, but we also like to give away the tuition waivers. In the long run, that ends up being a better and bigger prize. And we always like to give incentives for students to make it easier for them to attend college, to be able to pay for the price of college and things like that. And so, yeah, that's definitely one that we always like to kick in. I think we've been doing that one for at least, we were giving it away even before I worked in the marketing office, because when I was doing the auction back in 2006, 2007, the school was donating it back then as well. So, yeah, it's always been nice to help out and give back and give a nice incentive that way.
Yeah, and that's a great thing for you guys to do as a school. It helps students, right? A little incentive from the tune-in tonight, and they earn some free money for their school. Mm-hmm. And so also, we talked about earlier, you're making a video for the spring semester. You've done some very cool pictures taken for the Connections magazine. Has that been fun for you to do as you've made your way into the marketing? Yeah,
that's one of my favorite ways to get out and get to meet our students, get to meet our faculty and staff as well, is when one of them is featured on a story, either for our Connections magazine or for the website. Like, I like to get creative and try to tie in the photos as much to the story as possible and have some fun with that. And so, yeah, that's the primary way I meet people, and I always look forward to all the chances to do that.
I believe that was the first time I met you. We did one of those last fall or spring, I think.
Sure was, when we featured you in the Connections magazine.
Yeah, that's the first time. That's the first one I came to. And then you also do some video work, right?
Yep, do video work as well for the university. We're putting together a video right now about what the spring semester is going to look like. I know there's been some questions on that with us giving the option for students to stay home after Thanksgiving if they have any COVID concerns. But yeah, spring semester is going to look pretty similar to what this semester's looked like. We're going to still have the on-campus in-person classes. We're also going to have the high flex options and then online options. I know some of the sections are adding additional onlines, but for the most part, this next semester should be pretty much the same as this semester.
Well, another question here for you. How has COVID affected your job personally?
Definitely has increased the amount of videos that we've done. Like, usually I put together about 10 videos for the year. I think we did that many just in the first 2 months of COVID, just with them. And a lot of them was Dr. Shirley updates. President Shirley was making sure people were aware of what was going on, what the university was planning. And so we've done quite a few update videos with that, but other things with COVID as well. And so it's definitely increased the amount of stuff that we're doing with that.
I got two more. So what's your greatest memory from the auction when you were a part of the class?
Favorite part. I started out running camera, and so that was fun being out here on the floor. The second year I got to direct it, and so that was kind of fun too, being able to oversee things a little bit more. But yeah, just watching the talent. Like the talent always does a great job. Always is entertaining, keeps the energy going for hours on end, and so it's always been impressive to see what they can do. The year I was doing it, we gave away didn't give away. We auctioned off a car.
Okay.
And so that was pretty fun to see the bidding go up on that for the final package.
Awesome. And my last question for you, what's your favorite thing you've done for the school since you started working here?
Ooh, favorite thing. Just being able to help out in any way possible. Like I said, I enjoy meeting our people. Like we've got some fantastic students, fantastic faculty and staff. So just getting out to work with them on videos and work with them on photos. We've been adding more student workers to our office recently, and so that's been fun being able to work on a day-to-day basis with the students. And yeah, I always enjoy it. I enjoyed my time at college, and so being able to come to work on a college campus every day, it keeps kind of that same feeling all the time.
Great interview, right?
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, Thanks for coming.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
You tuned in tonight, and thanks for everything you do for the school. This has been Rick and with the marketing office, and we're going to toss over to Tyler at the Fox table with his interview.
Thank you, Troy. I am joined with Urban Winery owner Eric Hansen. Welcome to the show, Eric.
Thank you very much.
Now, how would you describe Urban Winery to the audience?
I would describe it as in-house winemaking. It's kind of an art gallery that is, it's a winery surrounded by an art gallery. The expectation my customer has when coming in is to be able to taste wine, and then if they find something that they like, they have the opportunity to make it. We make wine in small batches, about 30 bottles at a time. So the wine will take anywhere from 5 to 9 weeks, depending on the wine, from start to finish. And so when they start their wine, we schedule their bottling party, and they come back and bottle their own wine, take it home.
That's awesome. What kind of flavors of wine personally are your favorite?
My favorites, I like dry reds. So red blends, Cabernet Sauvignon is probably one of my favorites. But I have several. I've made over 150 different types of wine. So it's that's a hard one to nail down to just a couple different favorites.
No problem. Where is Urban Winery located?
Urban Winery is located in beautiful downtown Minot, right on Main Street, in between the Tawby Museum of Art and 10 North Main.
Oh, awesome. What was donated to the auction this year? I know personally I've seen the painting, but a little bit more detail on that.
Yes. The painting is of the current Miss North Dakota USA, Macy Christensen. Her parents had asked me to do a couple of portraits for her or of her for them, and I did a couple of more because it's kind of nice to have local people featured at the winery. So when you're at the winery sipping your wine and looking at all the art, you'll come across people that you may recognize but might not pick them out because you're looking at Jimi Hendrix and Bob Dylan, Dave Grohl, and all of a sudden, hey, that's so-and-so from Trinity. So it's kind of cool when people come in and do that. You can see the light bulb go off, and it's kind of fun to see people that you know hanging on the wall.
Oh, let's talk about those paintings. I personally have seen the collection. It is pretty, something to behold.
Thank you.
What personally is your favorite painting? I know there's a lot to choose from, so it's kind of a hard question.
Yeah, the favorites, I guess. They're in my studio. They don't make it. It's kind of like when people ask me. There's a handful of paintings at the winery that I really like, and those price tags are rather high because I don't want them to sell. And there are paintings that don't even make it to the winery because you just kind of you fall in love with that face, and you wake up every day and see that beautiful face smiling at you. It's kind of uplifting, and it's kind of fun to see when customers come to the winery. You have all of these beautiful faces looking at you, and some of them are looking at you rather provocatively. It kind of raises everybody's vibration a little bit and makes you feel good because all these beautiful people are staring at you. Psychologically, it's kind of cool to see.
No, I definitely agree. One of the last couple questions here. Would you like to promote anything specials or kind of what kind of packages you guys kind of have?
Don't really have any specials right now. We're kind of back into that time of isolation, and people need their wine at home. Especially if now you're working at home or working from home, and you're also suddenly homeschooling. It's a lot of pressure. It's good to have a glass of wine at the end of a long day. And I give you that opportunity to make really good wine on a very good budget. And even tonight, I have 2 couples coming in to bottle a batch of wine, and they're each going to go home with 15 bottles. They should be pretty much set, maybe till Christmas. But this is now the time to make your wine for the holidays. We still have enough time to get your wine started and get it bottled before the end of the year.
Yeah, and who doesn't love a bottle of wine?
Exactly.
So what kind of hours do you have? Are those kind of flexible during the holiday season?
Well, everything's really kind of by appointment. So you can contact me either through Facebook or Instagram and set up a time. Especially now we're doing things at a very limited capacity. So, groups of under 10 people are welcome. And I don't schedule, even though I have the separation of 3 separate rooms, I only schedule one group at a time, just so I have enough time to take care of each group as they're scheduled and clean up behind them for the next group. So everything's done by appointment, but I'm there 7 days a week, it seems like, or 7 nights a week. Everything seems to be done at night. So.
That's awesome. Would you like to say kind of what the Facebook handle is? Is it just at Urban Winery?
It's at Urban Winery ND.
ND?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Well, thank you once again. That is Eric Hansen from Urban Winery. I'll now throw it to my teammate, Caden Cardoso.
Oak Park Theater has been a proud sponsor of the KMSU auction. Owner Al Schoen is with me now. Al, how long have you been working with the KMSU auction?
I believe we've been donating for the last, since we reopened after the flood, 5 years after the flood. So we've been open now for 4 years.
Yep.
So it's been 4 years that we've been able to do this.
That's awesome. So now, obviously, within the COVID time period, as a owner of a theater, what are you guys going to have to do to ensure the safety of your customers?
Well, there is a lot of protocol to follow as far as the North Dakota start, and they did allow, as first, the drive-ups or drive-up popcorn became pretty famous. Mm-hmm. And then once the governor opened up on May 15th for the theaters, then we were able to try and schedule some movies. At that time, we're at the mercy of Hollywood and the exhibitors, mainly the studios out there, who weren't even prepared for this, and so there wasn't really anything that they were going to bring out at first. So now we had to scramble and get with Paramount, Disney, and a few other Warner Brothers, that type of thing. They put out their packages, but their packages were probably 20 years old, so you're looking at stuff that's been around for quite a while. Mm-hmm. And it seemed to be pretty popular, but we don't worry too much about it over, breaking our capacity over there, because it's, people are still very reluctant to come out, that type of thing. So keep the confidence going as far as getting the people back in there. It's pretty much a tough situation, although we've really made it as accessible as possible with putting up plexiglass. I just got through a little bit ago with special carpet cleaning, that type of thing. And of course, our auditorium is 22 feet high, so it's with special air handlers in it. So it is pretty refreshing being in there. So
yeah, awesome. Well, you mentioned the drive-through popcorn, and I've heard my professor talk about it a little bit. Just for the people at home who may not know about it, what is it?
Well, it's just basically you drive up, come on in, and you can buy popcorn to take home, and that's one of our main features. It seems to people just enjoy that. Friday night, Saturday nights are a big thing on that. But a lot of people, I guess, think that the only time you can ever get it is when you're going to a movie of someplace, and then you eat it in the movie. But we've developed quite a clientele, which is really nice, where they just basically drop off, drive up, come in and drive out.
Yeah, absolutely. I think everybody knows how special movie theater popcorn is. Is there anything you guys kind of do in particular to your popcorn?
No, just pretty much follow it with the old procedure of the kettle and the proper coconut oil and salt and that type of thing. So it's and the machine is important. That's the way it's made, that type of thing. So.
Yep. Well, Minot State alumni Josh Dumel, a former quarterback here, he's actually in a new movie called Buddy Games that is premiering here this whole weekend, but he's actually coming on Sunday for a premiere. How did that kind of come about?
Well, that was an interesting situation there where my film buyer did call me, and we had been working on trying to get him here for the opening of the theater and trying to endorse it way back in 2016 and 2017. So anyway, when my film buyer had called me and said that Paramount had requested that Buddy Games by director Josh Dumel wants to have it at the Oak Park Theater here in Minot, and I was pretty tickled, pretty excited about having and being able to work with him on that. And he'll be coming in on, I believe it'll be on a Sunday, but here again we've had to change a few things. There's the premiere going on, which is closed to the public, but and he has to do it quite earlier during Sunday, only to get back to LA the next day to do some similar to this, promoting his movies with some of the studios. I think Ellen DeGeneres and a couple other ones are interviewing him right away. So he'll be here just for, I probably would imagine, for an hour, and that's about it.
Oh, an hour is better than nothing, I guess.
Yeah, we had hoped to get some pictures, but I don't think that's going to materialize. But it is nice just to have him stop in and wave, and I believe he canceled out on Fargo so he could make it here.
That's awesome. Well, just while I have you here now, is there any specials or promotions that's going on at the theater right now that you might want to mention to the fans?
Well, we've the promotions still trying to put together some kind of first run movies that come off that we're playing as a second run. That's usually where our bread and butter is on our movie going, but it's just the main things are just if we can get some good titles, to get people in the door. And here again, I think it's just if people want to look at coming to a larger venue, it's a good place and a safe place to be because of the way, not only the way it's built, but the way it was designed to handle the efficiency of the air, and also just because it's very spacious. So it is, and as far as anything else, it's just we got our regular promotions going on as far as popcorn and that type of thing, and gift tickets. That's another thing. Christmas time coming around, holiday season coming around, so we've got a number of tickets available, that type of thing too. So
yeah, absolutely. Well, that was owner Al Shawn from the Oak Park Theater. Again, Buddy Games is premiering all weekend. It should be playing there. I'm going to throw it back to Cole Clementich, our host.
And there you have it for the pre-show of the 22nd annual KMSU auction. A big thank you once again to all the businesses and sponsors and all those MSU personalities for helping out making this event possible each and every year. Again, the KMSU auction will be starting tonight at 6:30, and it should be a fun one tonight. There you have it for just a quick preview of all of what's to come tonight, and there'll be lots to go. And thank you for tuning in, and stick with us. 6:30 KMSU auction.